Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P on the corner, in the corner boxing. What? Okay, the WBO has ordered Demetrius Andrade, Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders holds that WBO 160-pound strap, and they have ordered for him to defend it against Demetrius Andrade. Now, Billy Joe Saunders must have got the memo because on his social media, he took this social media and say, hey, let's go. Let's do it. He say he is ready to fight Demetrius Andrade in September. He say, let's do it. I mean, hey. So now, all eyes are on Demetrius Andrade. All eyes on me. Listen. Demetrius Andrade is a 25-0 southpaw with 16 KOs. He stands at 6'1" with 73.5-inch reach. Listen, Billy Joe Saunders is 26-0 with 12 KOs. He stands at 5'11", and he is also a southpaw. Listen, Demetrius Andrade, you know, hey, he just bought out his contract from Star Boxing and Banner Promotion. And, you know, he was supposed to fight. It was talked about him fighting on the undercard of Jaime Munguia and Liam Smith on July the 21st. But, man, hey, that pales in comparison to this opportunity right here, man. Listen, I'm telling you, look. He fought twice in 2017. He fought twice last year. He fought Alantez Fox, and that was his first 160-pound fight. That was in October 17. But early in the year, in March, he fought Jack Colcate. He didn't look that good, but he had been kind of inactive. He only fought like once in 2016. So, you know, little inactivity. Hey, inactivity has riddled his career, you know. Everybody know he done had a few litigations, you know, some legal troubles, you know, about promotion companies and all this and that. But, man, this young man has talked repeatedly about people ducking me and all that. And, hey, nobody giving him an opportunity to showcase his talent. Well, here it is, bro. All eyes on me. I'm telling you. Billy Joe Saunders, and I was down like, how many slick African-American boxers has Billy Joe Saunders fought? And, you know, hey, he fought twice in 2017 as well. He fought David Lemieux, and he fought none other than Willie Monroe Jr. And I guess he fits the bill. Willie Monroe Jr. is a pretty slick African-American boxer. Now, Willie Monroe Jr. does not have as many tools in this toolbox as Demetrius Andrade. To me, he is not as talented. And, I mean, that's just my opinion. And nothing against Willie Monroe Jr. I like Willie Monroe Jr., you know. I ain't got nothing against him. I'm just saying, you know, I just don't think that, you know, hey, his pedigree is on the same level, you know, as Demetrius Andrade. So I don't know, man. Billy Joe Saunders fought in 2016. He fought Artur Akavov, and he did not look good in that fight. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't look good to me. Maybe he underestimated the guy. Maybe he didn't train as hard, whatever, but he just didn't look good. So, I mean, hey, it just show you that the man could have an off night or whatever. But I'm going to tell you, both guys, I'm going to tell you, Billy Joe Saunders I'm willing to bet the house. He going to work real hard for this fight in training. I can guarantee you that. He know he not getting in there with just anybody. But, man, hey, this is a big opportunity for Demetrius Andrade. A big opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, this young man is, he done had some setbacks in his career. Man, look, you need to go ahead and take this thing, man, and run with it. You know, all that talk about you need a tune-up here or there, man. He has been on record saying that he might need a couple fights before he could fight a Billy Joe Saunders. But how, when you say you was ready to jump in the ring with Triple G when he had Canelo problems for Cinco de Mayo? Now, I said that this on some other people's video, like in the comment section, and people was like, oh, I was saying he wanted a check. That's why he was ready to get in there with Triple G. They say, oh no, that won't be a big payday. Well, it'd have been a bigger payday than he ever seen in his career. It would have been a bigger payday than he's seen in his career. But now I believe that this fight could be pretty lucrative. I believe that, you know, and I'm gonna tell you, Billy Joe Saunders is probably gonna want Demetrius Andrade to come overseas. He gonna have to come across the pond more than likely. You know, he is the champion, so being the champion, he probably gonna want this fight to be in the UK. So going over there though, you know, it could be made lucrative. It could be made lucrative for Demetrius Andrade, but you know, fighting somebody like Triple G, you know, hey, Las Vegas, man, look, it would have been a nice little payday for him, and that's what I'm saying, man. Hey, but you talking about fighting a guy with an 87% KO average versus a guy who has a 46% KO average. Billy Joe Saunders has 26 wins and 12 KOs. That's 46%. And if I'm saying it right, it could be looked up. I believe, you know, Triple G, I believe BoxRec have him as 87% KO average, you know. So you talking about getting in with a guy with an 87% KO average, which, you know, yeah, you'll be a slick guy for him, but you make a false move, Triple G can get you out of there. You know, and you talking about your health and well-being, that's a tall order compared to a 46%er. Billy Joe Saunders, he might finesse you, and if you go across the pond, he might get a bad decision too. But I'm gonna tell you this, your health and well-being will be more intact. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for Demetrius Andrade. He ain't getting no younger. He what, 30 years old now, I believe. 30 years old. So you still in your prime, but you're not gonna be in your prime forever. You know what I'm saying? And you talking about 2-3 fights. The man ain't been fighting but at the most twice a year. At the most twice a year. So you talking about 3 fights. You talking about what? 1 fight this fall. You know what I'm saying? And what? 2 fights next year? You talking about 2020? So you saying taking 2-3 fights, then fighting Billy Joe Saunders? You talking about 2020? So I don't understand it, man. But I'm gonna tell you this: all eyes is on Demetrius Andrade. And if you talking about September, hey, we halfway through July. Hey, go ahead and get in there. Get you a good 8 to 10 weeks training, you know. And hey, man, look, do what you got to do. This opportunities, the older you get, this is not just in sports, all right, and just in boxing. But the older you get, the less opportunities you have. That's in life, period. That's in whatever you're doing. The older you get, the less opportunities come around. So, you know, if he turned down this opportunity, when is the next opportunity he's gonna get? You know? If you keep waiting for the big fish, man, take the fish that's there, man, and then keep running. Win, lose, or draw, this is an opportunity of a lifetime for his career. Now, he needed for his career. Also, man, the sport of boxing, man, for the middleweight division, this is a good fight for the sport of boxing, for this division, you know. And this division is hot. Hey, you have some major players in this division. But when you gonna fight them? I ain't gonna go backwards now. I got a video I already, you know, when he first bought out his contract, I did a video, and in the video, that was my question. When he gonna fight? You know, when is he gonna fight? And I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. This young man needs to stay busy. He needs this fight, man. You know, even if you fight in September, you almost 11 months removed from the ring by that time. You know? So, man, I believe he need to take this fight. All eyes on me, Demetrius Andrade, man. Hey, he is a very talented young man. Like I say, he will be the most talented African-American slick boxer that Billy Joe Saunders has faced. I mean, that's just the bottom line. And this is not a racist thing at all. But a lot of fighters, and I'm going to say this, and I ain't going to say it from the UK, but just a lot of champions, man, when they get up championship status, a lot of time, man, they'll try to maneuver around fighting a slick African-American boxer. It's something about the our pedigree in America anyway. We have a lot of good boxing programs. You know what I'm saying? You know, in the United States. So in the amateurs, when these guys are coming up, they have a lot of competition. And in the African American boxing community, a lot of these guys are taught, they learn this stuff when they learning how to box. You know what I'm saying? People teach them little slick movements and counters and, you know, how to present themselves in the ring. And if you look at it, it's different. It's just like a discipline, just like, you know, people who come from the background like Cuban boxers. That's like a certain type of pedigree or discipline. You know what I'm saying? It's not a racist thing. You know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, Eastern European boxing discipline. That is a discipline. And what I'm saying is, in American boxing, slick African American boxers, that is a pedigree within its own discipline. You know? And I'm gonna tell you, if you be real with a lot of guys, they'll tell you some of the even if win or lose, whether they won or lost, they will tell you some of the most difficult fights they have fought has been against slick African American boxers. And I'm gonna tell you, and like I say, ain't no racist thing. I'm just telling you straight up. It's almost like a pedigree within a discipline, American boxing. You know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, Triple G tell you, Mexican style. You know, they have their own. That's like a discipline that comes out of Mexico. Hard-nosed, like balls to the wall fighting. You know what I'm saying? That is still discipline. Mexican style. Triple G talk about it all the time. That's like a discipline. You know, it's a discipline. So it ain't a racial thing. You know, and hey, and Mexican boxers too. They have a reputation for being some of the most difficult fights for fighters. But I'm just saying, for Billy Joe Saunders being the type of, he is a slick boxer himself. Both of these guys are southpaws. Demetrius Andrade and Billy Joe Saunders, both southpaws. But Billy Joe Saunders is a slick boxer himself. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, he has not faced many African American slick boxers. And the one that he has faced, which was recently, he did do well against. You know, and he beat him. But I just don't believe that Willie Monroe Jr. is the caliber of a Demetrius Andrade. I just really don't. So I think that the odds are really in Demetrius Andrade's favor. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying either way who's gonna win the fight. Like I say, anything could happen. It could be a controversial decision. It could be a close fight. Because I'm going to tell you, Demetrius Andrade, this will only be his second fight as a 160-pounder. You know, and his last fight against a 154-pounder, he didn't look that good. He didn't look that good against a guy that he had already beat in the amateurs. You know, in Jack Colkay. And, you know, and maybe that might be a kryptonite for him going overseas. He went to what? Germany, I believe, and fought that fight. He went overseas to fight that fight. So, you know, Billy Joe Saunders may feel he has an edge on getting him to come, you know, across the pond. And, you know, hey, so yeah, this is a real good storyline in the making, you know. But all eyes on me. Demetrius Andrade, all eyes are on you to see how you are going to respond to Billy Joe Saunders. Now, Billy Joe Saunders done responded. You know, he got the memo and responded early. So when you get this memo, or you already got it, how are you going to respond to it? You know, all eyes on you, bro. And I'm going to tell you, you know, this is my opinion. It is an opportunity of a lifetime for a very gifted fighter. Demetrius Andrade is very gifted, man. You know, he come out of that 2008 Olympic class. You know, he was the first in that Olympic bunch, you know, on that American team to get a world title. You know, he beat Monterosion for a vacant title. He became a world champion. And then he defended that title against Brian Rose, which was his mandatory. You know, he started out, his career was good. But you know, since he defeated his mandatory for his first title, I mean, he only fought like, what, 4 times since that, you know? So now it's time, you know, he done had, like I say, he done had a topsy-turvy career. And I ain't gonna even say topsy-turvy, man. He done had a heck of a career where his career has been riddled with, you could say, either bad choices by him or his promotion company. Either or, you know. And, you know, it's just been disappointing so far. But hey, look, he done turned over a new leaf. He done bought out of his contract with the promoters that, hey, probably mishandled him or misrepresented him or whatever. So now this is an opportunity for you. 2018, this your year, man. You done got out of your contract. You know, now you got an opportunity like this. Man, look, all eyes on you, bro. All eyes on you. Very talented boxer. Opportunity of a lifetime. This Daddy P on the corner, in the corner, boxing. Holla back. Say, it's Daddy P on the corner, in the corner, boxing. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time it's going down. Daddy P out of there.